what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out what we got in store for you today. Today's video is going to be for all you T-bar rider guys out there, whether you're running a thrashing setup, Kraus setup, death metal racing setup. It doesn't matter because we're going to be doing the Koso D2 gauge and the fuel and voltage pod gauges that are going to be going into the fairing of the bike. But yeah, so as you can see, it's just the Kraus top clamp goes over the Koso D2 gauge. And then there's 4 bolts that bolt that into place. Today I have my beautiful wife who is helping me do the installation. You guys can see just how easy this is going to be. We got to get the outer fairing removed so we can do some wire management, get the gauge relocation from Kraus taken off because we don't need it anymore because it's just getting replaced with this digital gauge here. So without further ado, let's jump in. I'm going to get all the bolts and stuff removed, get the outer fairing off. So I'm going to do that, and then once that's done, we'll jump back in and resume from there. Okay, so first up, we're going to be taking our pods out. They are Torx 25. You're going to need like a pretty good length extension to get to it. So this is a Torx 25. So we're going to be reusing these bolts. We don't want to lose them. And this side is going to be our voltage pod. All right, so we're reusing the pod housing, and you just take your chrome trim, let's just transfer it over the top of our new housing, and we'll get that one plugged in. Just start them, and then
this one is too awkward to get to.
Third and final is the bottom center, or the right, just slight to the right.
Yes, slightly to the right.
Okay, so now we move on to the left side, which is our fuel side. Same thing, 3 bolts. Get those out, and then get the pod out and swap that out. This side seems like it might be a little easier to get to. You can see how they just fit directly into the pod, just like so. And then we'll take our clamp, remember when you're putting these back in, make sure that this is aligned right, and it's the flat portion should be should be sitting just like this, with the flat portion of the screen at the bottom, not like this. So next up, once we have our pods and gauge pods put in and secured, we're going to get our Kraus relocation bezel removed, and that's just one bolt on the side, and then we'll take the clamps off. I just want to get this out of the way. Okay, bezel is out of the way. We're gonna have to remove our headlights to get to all of our wiring, which I really didn't want to do, but it's just the way it goes with these bikes. All right, so I'm gonna get, I'm not gonna make you guys watch this, but I'm gonna get my headlights removed, access behind there, get the OEM wiring harness pulled through and out, and then we'll go from there and I'll show you how to run the new wiring. Okay, so we got the headlights removed. This looks like a real mess right now, but I promise you it won't look so bad here in a minute. Here's our OEM connector. We removed our harness off of this, so we're just kind of put this off to the side out of the way, and we're going to take the plug. So here's the module that comes with the Koso gauge, and it kind of splits off, and it looks like this. So it splits off, and then you got a longer side. Our OEM is just going to plug into the back of this here. Just like that. And then we'll run our wiring through the neck of the bike. So babe, if you can reach down through there and see this wire coming out.
Yes, but I can't grab it. All right.
Okay, so just pull that up and through. Yep. So it's just comes up through the neck of the bike and then runs straight up. We are going to run it with the extension on there, so that gives us a little bit of extra free play. We can adjust it as needed once we have it secured with the top clamp to the top of the handlebars. But right now, we'll get all this put back together and get this all tidied up, put back together, and then we'll get our D2 gauge plugged in and put onto the top clamp of the riser. Okay, we got headlights put back in. Now all we need to do is run the top clamp gauge. I'm gonna loosen these while Des makes sure the handlebars doesn't fall forward or backwards. So real quick, I'm gonna plug this in to the back while she's holding that, and just plugs right into the back. All right, so that's how it should look initially. And we'll just run our wiring and get it cleaned up and zip tied off to our other wiring harness, which just leaves us with a little bit of slack. You'd rather have enough slack to work with than have it be too tight and catch on you in a hard left or a hard right turn. So we'll get this zip tied. Zip tied, nice and clean. That is pretty much the install. Got to get the outer fairing put back on. So. All right, guys. So this is what it should look like when it's done. You should be able to turn your bike on and not have any issues with any of the three flipping on. As you can see, all of our gauges are working. Gauges up here are working. Our fuel, or not fuel, but oil temp, fuel percentage, and then our D2 gauge is working. Shift that into neutral. All right, yeah, neutral. So we can see, get your neutral there. I'll start it up. Alright, so let me show you guys how to cycle through this. So you're going to hold your turn signals, both of them at the same time, left and right. It's going to go into this 1 and 2, and to cycle through it, you just hit your trip set at the top left. And you got like unit, I don't know what oh, that's auto dimming. So if you hold your trip sensor again, it'll go over to that. You can change it to day, night, or auto. I'm going to leave it on auto. So you hold this button again on the top left. And then this will allow you to change yellow, green, blue, IN, whatever that is, purple, I'm not sure what that is, red, again, orange, yellow. So I'm going to leave mine just on white. And then to save it, just hold that down again. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, this is the brightness for each one. There's quite a bit that goes into it. No, I think it looks good. I think it's nice and clean. I can see all this again. The relocation bezel is no longer here to take up most of this space. It's nice and clean look. I mean, what do you think?
I like it, yeah.
I think it looks really good. I think it turned out really good. It's real nice, clean look. You got the nice little Kraus logo on here. I would highly suggest definitely getting the rubber grommet that goes around the housing of the unit itself. That's going to protect it from weathering and water damage and anything like that. And then definitely get the 12-inch extension. That's going to give you a lot of play if you're, turning full right, full left. You're not going to be maxing out your line. You're going to have plenty of play in your line. So, yeah, I think it turned out good. So, shout out to my wife for her help. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you. Thank you to Kraus. And thank you to Koso North America for collabing with me on this. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel as always, and thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed meeting my wife for the first time. It's like the first time she's probably ever been on the channel.
It is.
So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Much love from Utah. Have a happy Father's Day tomorrow for all you dads out there. So yeah.
Yes, I second that.
We'll see you guys later. Much love. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Until next time. Peace out.